Yeah, we're right. Good to go.
Ready?
Yeah.
So, just thought I'd speak about an operation called Silverlight. This is a Gold Coast district-wide operation which has been running since January of this year. To date, there has been 116 offenders arrested for a total of 568 property-related offences. The operation is one which is aimed at maintaining from our point of view, plainclothes detectives' point of view, a focus on core business in regards to our commitment to the public in terms of protecting property and homes and that sort of stuff. So basically, the operation is a long-term operation targeting primarily recidivist property offenders. Yesterday we had some success, so hence the opportunity today to speak to you about that. For some time now we've been looking at a male and female partnership, I guess you could say, and those two people were located yesterday by the Tactical Crime Squad and plainclothes police from the Gold Coast CIB at a motel in Palm Beach. Outside the unit was the vehicle they were using. It was a stolen motor vehicle, and inside the unit police located a significant amount of stolen property. So that occurred yesterday morning. Since that time, police have been busily trying to handle all that property in compliance with our procedures, but you'll be free to go and take video or photographs of that if you so wish. I'm told there is a large amount of property there. They expect it to be over, I think it's up to anywhere near 1,000 separate items located in the room of the motel, and there was a large amount of property also located in the vehicle. What will happen now is the two offenders have been remanded in custody. They haven't yet been charged with formal property offences, as there's a lot of work involved in this, in particular in identifying owners of property and taking the necessary steps to return that property. In that regard, I expect in the future there will be quite a number of offences will be charged against the two, and I'm told an estimate at this stage maybe well over 50 to 60 individual property offences, which obviously is a large amount. So if you have any questions.
What's the sort of, from what you know of the items that have been found, what are we talking about here? What sort of items?
Items include laptops, a large amount of electrical devices, iPhones, telephones, a lot of jewellery, things generally that are easily disposed of. If you're in the business of trying to make money out of this sort of thing. Anything
that was quite valuable amongst the loot?
I don't know, and the problem with that is police aren't jewellers, so it's a matter of tracking down the owners and seeing exactly how much a lot of this stuff is worth.
Any idea when it was stolen?
Yeah, as I said, police have been looking for these two in particular for some months now. So I would suggest it's been over the past several weeks, at a guess. I mean, it could be a lot earlier than that, but I can't say.
Do we know roughly the area that you believe that these items have come from?
Across the Gold Coast district. Yeah.
And are we talking home invasions, or are they attacks on businesses?
No, we're talking offences which we would classify as you break and enter stole offence, stealing from motor vehicles, that sort of stuff. Of course, then, if these items are then put through second-hand dealers and that sort of thing, they commit further offences. So that then opens up a whole other range of offences we need to investigate.
What do you believe the intention was, or what are you alleging the intention was of keeping those items? Do you believe they would have then were
Well,
aiming to?
I can only speak from my experience over the years and having done this sort of thing myself. Is if they can get on a roll, then they seem to come by more property than they're able to dispose of. So it sort of just accumulates. But whilst they're obtaining property, they're also trying to get rid of it. And it's probably a little bit harder to get rid of than it is to get, so to speak.
So you say the intention was to sell it, obviously.
Yeah.
Was it understood that they had been holding up in that hotel for a while to amass that amount of goods in one place?
Yes.
And you said that you've been sort of working on this for a few months, so did there appear to be a similarity in the break-ins? Was there a particular pattern that they used in the break-ins that you're alleging that they used in the break-ins?
No, I'm unaware of modus operandi type of thing. No, it's just, we deal with a lot of people in the community. For example, we're out and about speaking to people who are offered stuff in second-hand dealers and pawnbrokers. So, the information comes to us. It's a matter then of trying to find those people.
What is the process for tracking them down? Is it based on complaints made to the police, or maybe?
Well, there we're getting into procedural stuff, and it's not always the same, so it would be hard for me to comment on that accurately.
So if anyone does see any of these items and recognise it from our footage, what's the message for them?
We'll provide you with the contact details for that. We'll do that at some stage.
And obviously sometimes these things aren't of monetary value but more sentimental value, so you're really keen to get them back to the owners.
Yes. So, I guess one thing I could add to that is, these things, it's hard to track these things down, a lot, in particular jewellery, if you don't have photos of it and that sort of thing. So, if you're, for example, if you had items of value, take photographs of it for insurance purposes always, and then it doubles up then as you can provide that to police, and makes things easier for us.
The arrest of these two people, how significant is that in maybe down on property crime on the Gold Coast?
Well, again, I can only speak from experience because it's sort of a hard answer to give. But I would hope, in all honesty, that this will slow down our property offences.
Okay. And more arrests expected after
Well,
the
of course, we'll keep going, trying to find property offenders. There's no doubt about that. But just as to the total number of charges that will come from this, I can't answer that.
So you said it before, across the Gold Coast region, so we're not talking southern end or northern end, or just across the whole region?
Yeah, I can't give you an exact. I would expect it to be, a lot of it is opportunistic type crime. So, I'd suggest it would come from across, the water side of the district, if that makes sense.
You mentioned before the figures of Silverlight so far. Would you consider the operation's been quite successful so far?
Well, yeah, I would. These things are quite difficult sometimes, so it takes a lot of work. So, a lot of it goes unnoticed, but we are working hard to try and hold back this sort of thing.
And it is probably hard when you have the bigger items taken